Bonjour and welcome to the best day of the week. You know what that means, New Comic Book Day. It hasn't been the most overwhelming week this week, but I'm going to stick to the format that I started last week, which is kind of doing away with a deep dive, because no one's really come at me and said, oh my God, I missed that so much. And there's enough here to talk about without leafing through, except one, which we will get to. Before I get started, thank you so much if you are one of my sexy subscribers. I know there's a few more of you I've noticed, so thank you so much if you're coming over from Threads. I know I keep banging on about it, but I will keep banging on about it as long as I feel as if there is something to bang on about, which is a great community, positive people enjoying comics of all ages, races, sexes, colours, creeds, religions. It's absolutely brilliant to just get involved and see what everyone is reading and getting excited about. And on that note, if there's anything here that you haven't seen in one of my reviews, let me know in the comments. Get back to me. What are you enjoying? Do you disagree with me? Disagree with me on one of these? Like, oh no, I think that's crap. And I've got 5, I've got 10, I've got 10 books here to let you know how good they are. I've got a little whinge. I've got a tiny little whinge of the week. I don't like doing the whinge of the week, but I've got to just it's my therapy. I've got to get it out of my system, and then I have got a cover of the week. But do you know what? This week, it's quite a quick. You know, sometimes I'm torn. This week, it was quite an easy decision, to be fair, and you'll realise that when we get to it. So we've got 5 books, my book of the week. So we've got 10 comics, book of the week, cover of the week. Should we get on with it? Come on then, let's get on with it. First up, Conan. Again, I don't know about the cover. I love the artwork. Love the comic inside. Dougie Braithwaite on the artwork, and Jim's up doing his normal bang up job. I'm just not sure if that's the comic to sell. That'd make a great poster or pin up. I'm not sure if that's the image to sell your Conan the Barbarian comic, or is that just me being too like? It's a glorious image, beautiful artwork, love it. You know what? And you know I like that kind of highly stylized art. On Conan the Barbarian, it's the end of the second arc, and spoilers, by the way, just for 30 seconds. Put your fingers in your ears, because it is going to be a spoiler from now. It seems like Conan has died twice now. We're at issue 8, and he's died twice. So I'm looking forward to issue 9, where they resurrect him, and I don't know what they're going to do. It just seems like he keeps dying. And Jim Zub's bringing him back, but I do trust him. I've really been enjoying it. And something else I really enjoyed was this Little Beauty. Back to the day, and it is 50 years ago since the original. Yes, 50 years in between those two, and it is glorious in its resurrection of a certain type of storytelling, a long format, self-contained story, black and white. There are issues though. I'm going to do a separate video on, because I didn't want to spoil this review, because I do recommend this. That it was a great story. I just don't know what's going on with the printing, with the reproduction. The black and white reproduction on the main Conan story. There's a Solomon Kane story in the back, also awesome, which was fine. Somehow the pin-ups are fine, the posters were fine. Somehow the main story, the between the artwork and the reproduction was messy. And that's why I want to compare to 50 years ago and what a good job they done then, and how you can get it so wrong in the 21st century. I do not know. Don't know. My next comic up to recommend, I know I'm late. I know I'm a week late, but because this looks so much like the One Red Hand, whatever it's called, the One Hand, I thought this was maybe a second printing. I just glossed over it last week until other people started talking about it. It is a worthy companion to the One Hand. This is from two different perspectives, two different writers and art teams, etc., etc. You know, set in the far-flung future, murder mystery in a dystopian future. It's very, very good. And I know I've been banging on about this, but I will continue to be banging on about it as well. This is my favourite Batman book by far. Ongoing. I'm not talking about like Gargoyles of Gotham, which is superb. I'm not talking about little mini-series, which kind of come and go. Ongoing, between Batman and Robin, and Bat this, Bat that. This book is my Batman. It's dark, mysterious, violent. Not overly so. Not not hyper violence, but it's consistently a bit mysterious as well, right? It's in Detective Comics, so Ram V is doing a stand-up job in that, and the art team, by the way. And I think I did do this last month in the last issue, and we've done a deep dive on it. Federici and Raffaelli on the art team on this, with the two opposing views of the dream world and Gotham in reality. Absolutely superb. They're spot on with that. And another hit that Ram V has got on his hands. Issue 4 of this. It's taken a while. This is a comic that is going to be so much more satisfying in trade paperback form. It's an absolutely, you know from the beginning it's going to be a slow burn, and I know that sometimes I'm impatient, but it's all about the format, isn't it? Because if I'm getting a monthly comic, like waiting a month between something happening is a very, very long time. But what I will say is, this is my book of the week. So many strands of this storyline and the main two characters have come to fruition that it was a really satisfying read. But it will be an even more satisfying read if you can just read it chapter by chapter in a trade paperback, rather than wait a month. It's another issue of a comic. Oh, what's happened here? I don't know if I'm coming across quite as succinctly as I should be, but nevertheless, that is my book of the week. There's two Ram V books there, Detective and Rare Flavours. Yeah, Rare Flavours. It was a hard decision to choose between both, and they're both, one is Batman. You can't get any more commercial than that. And Rare Flavours with Ram V, you can't get any more independently and any more creatively independent than what he's doing on Rare Flavours with Felipe Andrade. His artwork, it reminds me of early Mobius, Jean Giraud. It's just it's something to behold. It hasn't finished yet. It's on issue 4, but it's really come. Where you hit a midpoint in a film sometimes, where it kind of wakes you up. There's been a little bit of a lull between the end of Act 1 and in the middle of Act 2, and it's woke. That is the issue that's made me think. Yes, this is something special. Something special. And I haven't had my doubts other than the pacing. Which sometimes some of these comics are guilty of. They forget that we're picking something up monthly, and you know, nothing really happened there. But I get that certain stories need a bit of a build-up. Issue 2, Timothy Zahn has no such qualms about moving a story along. There's been 2 issues of this, and they have both been very, very good. If you like Star Wars, do yourself a favour, pick that up. Again, if you don't like the floppies, wait for the trade paperback, but yeah, that's good continuation. And a decent cover. Like I said last month, they just put the big head of Thrawn on it. Like, who cares, really? In the wider, you know what I'm getting at. You know, I'm not being, 100% serious. But, put Vader on it. Put Vader on it. Well Tree, again, this is just consistently good. If you're not reading it by now, just pick it up or pick up the first trade paperback, whatever's coming out. Again, issue 8. I don't know if that's just lagging a little bit, just dragging. I don't know if that can be a little bit condensed in. Batman and the Bold. I'm a sucker for anthologies, and that continues to be high quality anthology. So, and I don't know what they're going to do as far as trade paperbacks are concerned, but there you go. Phantom Road, again, Jeff Lemire, awesome. And I'm falling in love with Gabrielle Walters' artwork. I really am enjoying it. But my God, we've had 9 issues now, and I've got to say, guys, not a lot's happened. But I'm still on board. I'm still on board. But it's probably, again, formatting dictates that I think that'll be a better trade paperback. Now we've got 2 kind of semi-whinges. Right. I love Simon Spurrier and Mike Diodato Jr. And I do like weird and wonderful comics. I just don't get it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm missing something here with this one. I'm still getting it. I don't know why I'm blindly still getting the flat. But it's issue 6, and I haven't got a clue. I really haven't got a clue. This pseudo science babble. I think I might have made that a whinge of the week once upon a time. I'm just on the. It's almost like I'm waiting for this storyline to end, and then I probably will jump off it. If that makes sense. If I'm not moaning, if I'm not whinging, I think that's what I'm trying to get at with that one. And again, but what has happened is this came along, issue 4, and I wasn't going to get it, but this finishes off this storyline. The new Punisher, the new Garrison Shield agent as Punisher. And I used this, I just bought this as a completist because I'm going to jump off now. There isn't going to be, I don't think there's an issue 5, and it's just the origin of the new Punisher. Absolutely unnecessary. And that's my whinge of the week. Now, cover of the week, it's out of 3 books, guys, which is the Star Wars. You got Thrawn, you got Vader, and it's Conan. You've got everything you want in a Conan comic, and it's Negaduck. You weren't expecting that now, was you? No, I'm only joking, everyone. It's got to be this cover of the week, hasn't it? Joe Jusko, love the guy. Just glad to see that he's still around and he's still doing glorious artwork, beautiful artwork. And on that note, I know that's quite a quickie this week. Like I say, it wasn't the best of week. There were still 10 comics there that were great, and always looking forward to the next week, and always looking forward to having your comments. Please let me know what you're reading and liking, and also if you disagree with my choices. And until next time, I'll bid you all adios.